Hello, everyone. My name is Derek Jackson. I played for Georgetown from 1974 through 78 for Coach Thompson. And I just want to um, really give you a couple of things that are on my heart about Coach Thompson. First of all, I want to tell you what he meant to me. And that can really be described by a simple story. When I first arrived at Georgetown, of course, being 17, 18 years old, you think you're a man and you think you can just, everything is wonderful and life is wonderful. And so I thought when I was getting away from home that I was going to be, it was marvelous for me, but I didn't realize that I was really emotionally immature. So I remember my parents driving away from me on the first day of dropping me off there in August, and I remember crying. So that kind of gives you an idea of where I was emotionally. And so as the season started, I just was very happy because, I didn't make friends very easily because I was very shy and introverted. And so, Christmas season started and everything was going well, and Christmas came around, and of course, because I had been away from home for a couple of days prior to that for athletic events. When I was in Wheaton, I'm from Wheaton, Illinois originally. I'm not from the D.C. area, and so when Christmas came along, that was going to be a huge thing for me. I'd never been away from home for Christmas and all my life, and I wanted to go home. Of course, I couldn't go home because we had practice, we had games, and so and then what really topped it off was that um, all the kids left for Christmas vacation, and they left for an entire month, and so we were there. We had to move out of the dorms, and because there was nobody on campus, the campus was completely empty, and we had to move above McDonough, which into some I don't know. I guess they called them apartments, but because everybody was from D.C., primarily on my team, everybody went home, and so there's only a couple of us that were not from that area, and so we were up there, and then I think it was Mike McDermott that was the only other person that was not there. One other person, I don't remember who it was now, but they left, and so I was in that complete entire gymnasium, that whole facility there by myself, except for the 3 hours a day in which we practiced or we went away or we had some kind of a game. And so I remember just being there by myself and saying, "Man, this is a bummer. I want to get out of here. I want to go home. I want to quit." All those emotions are going through my mind, and amazingly, Coach Thompson came to the rescue. He brought himself, his wife, his two sons were there. I can't remember if his daughter was born yet, but I think she may have been either just a small child or just barely born. I can't remember whichever one it was. But he brought his entire family over to the gym, drove by, picked me up, and took me to see the movie Jaws. And that simple act of kindness, that simple act of love, I don't really have words to express how much that meant to me. That was, it was a salvation for me. And and like I said, Christmas was very important to me, and I'd never been alone on that at that time before. And he didn't have to do that. He did it simply because he knew that I was alone and that I was not from the area, and that it was not a good thing for me. And so I just want to say what he meant to me, rather than putting that in some philosophical words. What he meant to me was that experience. Period.